so much. Yeah, I was so close to going up north. If I didn't go until work late today, oh yeah, I would have probably been able to go.
Damn.
We are live, but there is no video. There's no video right now. I don't know why. Alrighty, well, we're not going to have video for right now.
Oh, that's
I'll
right.
probably pop up. Hello, everybody, and welcome to, what, 17? Episode
Yes.
17 of the Everything About Everything sports podcast.
You guys talking about 60 balls?
A lot has happened in sports all throughout this week. Kind of last week, too. But
Yeah. Yeah.
end of last week, early this week. What do you want to start out with? Because we could pretty much start out with anything.
Let me just drop this so I don't have to talk about it. Italy lost. Italy's out. They lost today. They lost to Switzerland. Terrible. Absolutely horrible. Yeah, it might be like they said it's one of the worst Italian soccer games that they've played in like recent history.
Damn.
Yeah, it was really bad. I think it was just because of the inconsistency in the lineup. Like as leading up to match day, you saw like 4 or 5 different lineups. So if they couldn't figure out who they were putting in, they couldn't figure out who to get the right practice and who the right reps and stuff. And like when they weren't running the right stuff in practice, then it wouldn't have worked on the field. So they probably just weren't. I don't know what happened. It was crazy. It was terrible.
Did the USA win against Panama or Paraguay?
I don't know. I think it's still the group stage, so I have no idea.
I just know that I was watching it because I was like, oh, what's on in sports today? Not really, paying attention or whatnot. I was probably eating like dinner and I wanted to watch something.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of just, watching my phone, I was like, oh, it was 1-1 when the USA was versing Panama. And then I left to go to your game.
Yeah, I think that's how it stayed. I think it stayed 1-1.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I could be wrong, though.
Do you want to talk about Thursday night?
What's Thursday night?
Your big win?
Oh, yeah. We finally won a softball game. Finally.
I was so happy, dude.
It was good. We had there was a grand slam in the, I want to say 4th or 5th that really, like, if we wouldn't have gotten that, I don't think we still would, like, we won by more than that grand slam.
Yeah.
But it definitely helped us out, like, when we needed it. Because I think it put us up by 6 runs, I think. I think it was, like, 4-2.
The ending score, I think, was 20-12.
It was, yeah. So we won by more than that grand slam. But, like, when he hit it, I think it was, like, I want to say it was 6-2 or, like, 4-2 or something like that. It was a little bit closer. And then it put us up, like, that grand slam put us, the differential, like, almost, like, doubled at that point. So it was, like, we had that cushion, and then we kept on tacking on runs, like, every few innings we would have. Or we had, like, 1 or 2 big innings where we had, like, 10, and then the rest we had, like, close to 10, and then we had, like, the rest of the innings we had, like, 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And then that one, like, I think the grand slam was in our big inning. And then the second game was a lot closer. The second game was, we ended up losing the second game, but only like a couple of runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second game was a lot better.
I was so happy, and then I was like, oh, I didn't realize what inning it was. I went to use the bathroom. I came back, and you guys won. I missed the... Was there a celebration?
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't like we had won the World Series or anything. Yeah, it was just like, hey, we won one. And then we came off the field to go hit. Usually what they do is if, like, the team that wins is the home team, they'll just stay out there.
Yeah.
So you play 2 back-to-back innings in the field. We've done that before, like, even when we've lost. Like, the home team was walked it off, and then they've just like told us to stay out there because like we'll be the home team for the second game.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll start, but then like I guess the way the schedule worked today is we are the home team for both games.
Okay.
So we had like it was 1-1, so it was like we were the home team first,
Mm-hmm.
and then we were in the field, so we came off to hit because we were the away team second game.
Okay.
But yeah, it's.
Dude, my favorite thing to do, other than talking to you guys at the game or bullshitting with Megan, Josh, or Kiara, is just messing with that umpire.
Dude,
it's hilarious. And I don't know if you were in that conversation. You might have been on the tail end. We were talking about my strange addiction and 1,000 Ways to Die and everything.
Yeah.
And then, you know me, I make stupid jokes. And nobody, made a sound out of this joke. I was kind of sad because I thought it was a good joke. The one random lady heard it and she started laughing. I was like, because we were talking about the guy having sex with his car on My Strange Addiction.
Yeah.
And Megan was like, I don't see how you could do that. I was like, go through the muffler, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, she's like, I don't get the appeal. I was like, well, Josh's car is so small and petite, it might be fun.
Jesus Christ.
Or some dumb shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, nobody made a sound other than that one girl, and it made the night. But that was a fun night. It was fun.
Yeah.
I was tired as hell. But, you know what? Let's talk about Bronny getting drafted by the Lakers. What a surprise there. By the way, we called it.
Yeah.
We called it.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that he was going to the Lakers. There was no way that, because it would be a lot easier for Bronny to be drafted there and just sign there rather than LeBron having to, break ties there. Plus, he brought JJ there. He brought JJ Redick there. So you knew that he was going to end up staying. Really, right after that happened, that's when I was like, okay, I think Bronny's going to go to the Lakers. And I mean, a lot of people are saying that he could have gone undrafted because people are not high on Bronny at all.
I mean,
he is not as good.
I was talking with my uncle about it. He averaged 5 points a game.
Right.
I wouldn't be the only reason why he got drafted.
This is who his dad is.
Yes, exactly. It's based off legacy.
Nepotism.
Yeah, and hopefully his dad can get his ass to actually be a good basketball player, because if not, Bronny will be traded as soon as LeBron.
Bronny will probably be out of basketball as soon as LeBron is, if he doesn't play as hot. Unless he goes to the Lakers and he LeBron stays there and helps him.
Yeah.
And stuff like
There's
that or
no
something.
way.
I don't think he's going to last very long in the NBA.
No.
I don't think so.
I think he'll be a year, maybe 2.
Yeah, he'll probably play with his dad, get brought up to the Lakers,
I wouldn't be surprised if they get the ring.
No, dude, there's no way. There's no way.
I'm going to call it now.
There's no way.
I'm going to call it now.
I don't think so. Because LeBron's too old. Who else do you have on that team?
Who knows?
Let's look that up. I'm going to see who they have
Their
on that
roster?
team. Yeah. They got Henry Giles, Max Christie, Colin Castleton, Bronny James, already listed on the Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, Maxwell Lewis.
They got Anthony Davis.
Dude, come on. So you're gonna win in the year of our Lord 2024. 2025 even. You're gonna win a championship with Anthony Davis, Spencer Dinwiddie, LeBron, and Bronny James, and Austin Reeves. And D'Angelo Russell coming off the bench with Vanderbilt.
Somehow.
Cam Reddish.
Somehow, I do believe it's going to happen.
Dude, there's legitimately no way. They have a better opportunity to win a championship if Bronny Bronny went back to college and LeBron went and played with Bronny in college at USC. That they'd have a better opportunity of winning a championship there than they would in the NBA.
You know, if I'm right about this, that'd be crazy.
Nah, dude.
Oh, I know it's so unlikely. Do I want it to happen? No. But do I think it could happen? Yes. Based purely off the fact that sometimes I think the NBA is rigged.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Well, I mean, watch now. I don't know when NBA free agency starts, but watch like a ton of free agents go to the Lakers or something.
Exactly.
No,
exactly.
I don't think so. I think people are going to want to steer clear from that because they know that's what that's about. Bronny's going to be on the court with LeBron probably almost the entire year. He's going to get all these plays. He's going to get all these minutes, and he's not going to produce nearly to the capacity that his replacement would be.
He averages 2 and 2.
Dude, yeah, literally, like he's gonna have such a low WAR. It's not even funny.
And the 2 points are going to be free throws.
Yes.
Dude, I'm
so
not.
dumb.
Obviously, we're not high on Bronny.
That's another thing. He's gonna get the special treatment too. Even if he isn't playing, like even if he does play and LeBron's not on the floor with him, he's still gonna get the looks of daggers from LeBron at the referees and stuff to not call something on Bronny or call something for him.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be
rough.
I still think the NBA is soft, anyways. By the way, who did the Pistons pick up? We were talking about it yesterday.
Oh,
picked up a small forward.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll read the comment from my uncle that he was talking about it.
Tim Hardaway.
And Ron Holland. 6'7", small forward, not a great shooter, but plays above the rim. Was the number 1 player out of high school in 23 and went to G League, bypassed college. That's what my uncle said about Ron Holland.
He's probably not going to be in the NBA for a few years. He's probably going to be here maybe 2026. Probably going to play. Or who knows? Maybe he will play a little bit, but he's only 18 years old. And I mean,
who Ron Holland or the?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he came fresh out of high school. And Hardaway, he's 32. He's one of the shorter guys on the team. Really, he's only 6'5", and he's making $17 million a year. So I mean, he's a veteran, someone who's coming in. But he's obviously not going to be here for a little bit. He's already 32. Mm-hmm. Once his contract's up, he's probably going to be out. But he's someone to get the rookies we have on our team some experience.
Yeah.
We also have Buddy Boeheim.
Who the hell is that?
Jim Boeheim's son.
Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm not a big basketball guy. We all know this. I got to get some of my basketball friends on here because they will be able to talk about this shit for hours.
Troy Brown. Okay, Troy Brown. I heard some stuff about him. He's making $4 million, 24. He's 6'7", small forward. Could have something there, but I don't know. I think there's still a lot of work to be done with that team.
Yeah. How many wins did we have? Like 15?
14.
Okay. If we get 20 wins this year, I'll be happy.
Dude, I don't understand. Like, they were talking about it with it to tie us into baseball as well with their next topic. They were talking about it the same way they were about the Tigers. It's like at some point you have to be upset with being mediocre. Not even being mediocre, being bottom of the barrel in the Pistons case. And
yeah.
And the people we have behind the wheel don't seem like don't seem like they have the respect for the Pistons basketball organization like they should in order to take us out of that.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know, whoever we can bring in as the next head coach, and maybe we can turn things around. Because right now we don't have a head coach.
That is true. That is very true.
Yeah.
We still don't know who's going to coach our team.
Still don't know who the voice is yet. But who knows? And what you call it, to tie into baseball, people are calling for AJ Hinch to be fired.
You gotta keep me up.
Tigers manager.
Okay.
Yeah, so he so I think this is his third year with the team, because he was in 2020 or 2019 that the year ban for him was issued by MLB after the Astros cheating scandal.
Oh yeah, fuck the Astros.
Yeah, so he right away came here, and he is a big baseball mind. He it did look like he got this team up and running a little bit. Like, we did look a little bit better. He was here with the tail end of Cabrera and stuff, but at some point you have to kind of do the same thing that the Pistons are doing. It's like, if you're not going anywhere, if you're not getting any traction, it's not working. And it doesn't matter if the guy's a World Series champion. Who knows?
Gears are oiled up, but we ain't going there.
We're not going. Yeah, we're just not going anywhere. And he's a World Series champion, but we don't know the integrity of that World Series. So a lot of people are calling into question his track record in the first place. Yeah. So, like, if he doesn't have that track record, and he can't get it done without that behind him, like, should he be here? Like, should he be the one to get us out of this rut? And he hasn't yet. So, I mean, and it remains to be seen too. Like, they were also talking about the players that he has. He does have a lot of young players. He didn't sign the general manager. Didn't go out and get him any really big name free agents. But he does have a young, talented team. But, like, he just hasn't done anything with it yet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the players that he's been promised or that we've seen, like, and been excited about, aren't even in the major leagues yet. Jackson Jobe, Jace Young, Max Clark. I mean, Justin Henry Malloy just got here. Winsel Perez just got here. Who was the other guy we brought up? Reese Olson. I think this is like his first or second year fully in the major leagues. So, like, a lot of these guys, Colt Keith. Like, a lot of guys that we were promised and excited about, we haven't even seen yet.
Yeah.
So, like, it really haven't fully seen what he's capable of, and I wouldn't mind letting him finish out this year and having him start next year, but I think that it could be time for AJ Hinch to go too. Just to get someone else behind the bench too. This is, like I said, this is now his third year and we haven't really done anything yet.
Yeah.
It's maybe not necessarily his fault. He could go someplace else and win a World Series next year, who knows. But it's just not working here right now.
So, is the manager like the head coach, I'm assuming?
Yes. Yeah, he's the head coach of pretty much the head coach of the team. He sets the lineup most of the time. We'll decide whether or not to take the pitcher in or out. Defensive shifts, like defensive lineups and stuff like that, pinch hitters. And he'll go to his assistants and stuff like that for that help. And a lot of his assistant coach are like the...
Do like they like him?
What?
The assistant?
I mean, I'm sure they do. There are a lot of guys that he brought in, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, like, and a lot of his assistants are like or the assistant coaches in baseball will like help with that, or they'll kind of be like a secondary voice. So it's like, okay, like, let's talk to so and so about his like positioning in the field. I'm going to go talk to our pitcher about this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll do that, and it's like, okay, and then you meet back up and they talk on at the fence or whatever, and it's like, told him this, he said this, got it, this is what he said. If you want to go over there and talk to him, just shake him up a little bit more or whatever, go over and say something. It really just all depends, but like the head coach, the manager has like the final authority too, and he is like the main head party of that especially that the umpires see too, because like a lot of times the umpires, if there's an assistant coach that's ratting on, like mouthing off to them, they'll just right away toss that guy, and then it's like the only person that I'll hear any complaints from is the head coach or the manager. Jesus Christ, you got me saying head coach.
I'm
now.
sorry.
Is the manager? So then he'll come out and like talk to them about an issue or something like that, or the manager be the person to argue, but and then a lot of times too, like the assistant managers will be up and coming managers as well. So like there'll be managers who are like
maybe had a full manager role, and like Brad Ausmus for the Yankees, he was a manager for the Tigers, and then he didn't do really that great. Well, he did okay, but it looked like he was maybe in over his head a little bit, so he backed down to a assistant manager position with the Yankees now with Aaron Boone.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well,
And
they still ain't hitting well, are they?
no, dude, we can't hit the ball. So I looked at a stat. They listed off the scores or the runs produced by the Tigers in the last like 20 games that we had. It went like 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 0, 0, 2, 1, 0, 0, 14, 1, 2, 3, 1, 0, 2, 1, 3, 11, 5, 1, 3, 0. Like it's all over the place, and there's huge spikes.
Yeah.
So we know that we can get that done, and it's everyone clicking at the same time.
Yeah.
But like when you have one guy producing, when you have Riley Green hitting 2 singles in the game, and Henry Malloy hits a double, and that's it. That's not enough. Or Mark Canha hits one out, and then Riley Green hits a double, or Colt Keith hits a couple singles, and that's all you get. That's not enough.
Yeah.
We need everybody to be hitting, everybody to be on the same page. Like no one can have like the days where like the weeks where you go 1 for 4, 1 for 4, 1 for 4, 3 for 4.
Yeah.
You have to be 1 for 4, 2 for 4. 2 for 4, 2 for 4, 3 for 4, 1 for 4. Like you really have to just get better, and there's no way else to say that. We should have gotten people at the off season. There are players in our lineup who are not as good as other teams in professional baseball, and it's just and then it's we're wasting our pitching performances as well. It's really just the same thing as it has been since the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Well, tell them we're streaming.
Yeah.
Man, what is the whole deal with Baez? They just took him out because he sucks, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in the lineup in a little bit. I don't know if he was hitting today or not, but I saw that Kreidler, I think, was at short. Let's take a look at yesterday. Box score. Yeah, Baez was not in the lineup yesterday. Kreidler was playing second base. I can take a look at fantasy baseball and see how he's been doing recently. Because I don't think he's been in the lineup. I honestly don't. I feel like he is... people have finally realized that he is, Jesus Christ, I'm going all the way down to the bottom of the...
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You're in the catacombs of your baseball thing?
Yes, dude, I'm in the freaking basement of my free agency list in my fantasy baseball league.
Who's in that league, and are you winning?
I am. So I'm in second place, role tied for first place right now. In my division.
Nice.
And then, so it's me, John Regner's ahead of me. We're both 8-5. And then in the other division, it's Adam leading it. He's 8-5 as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have, there's 8 of us in this league. I actually can't find him. I think, does someone have him? No way. Filters, team, Tigers, apply filters. Oh my god, somebody does have him.
He's at like
oh no, he's free. He's free agent. Yeah, he hasn't played since at least the 13th of June. So
damn.
Yeah, all through Houston, all through Atlanta, Chicago, Philadelphia, and so far in the games we played against LA, he hasn't played. So he's out of the lineup. It looks like he could be on his way to getting DFA'd. I mean, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, you don't know how good he's going to be if he's not in the lineup." We saw how he was in the lineup. He was abysmal.
Yeah.
So,
who's this Jose Iglesias guy?
Jose Iglesias used to play for the Tigers. He's a shortstop for the Mets, and he released a song, and he performed it after the Mets win yesterday night.
At least he did
really
it
cool.
after a win.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was interesting. So
What, a rap song or something?
oh, it's like a Latin American site in Spanish and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But so Jerks and Profar. So there, John Boy did a video on this. So Profar, the night before, he gets a walk-off hit. I can't remember what it is. It might have been a home run, but he takes the pitch like inside, and then he gets a hit, walks it off, and I guess for the Nationals and especially Keibert Ruiz, he had a problem with it because he was going around, he was hyping up the crowd and stuff like that, like walking right up to the crowd on the Nationals dugout side of the field when they were at San Diego's stadium. So he plays for the Padres, and they were in San Diego, and the Nationals were visiting, and he has a walk-off hit, and he goes up to the stands, and he's like, raising the crowd, he's flexing at the bench and stuff like that. He's
on their side
of the field in his home stadium though. So it was kind of like a gray area where it's like it's your field, it's your stadium, but it's on their side.
Yeah.
But it's my house though.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I could shit in the living room if I wanted to.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could say fucking. I could sit right in your lap if I wanted to in the living room or whatever. Like doesn't. We invited you here. You're the away team. If they go there and they do that shit, then it's different. It's like, hey, this is our fans, our stadium.
Yeah.
We do that stuff, but it's at his stadium. Doesn't matter if it's in front of their bench or not.
Yeah.
I don't think. At least I don't think. But anyway, so the next game, there was an incident where he comes up to the plate the next time he's up, the next game, and
he gets mollywopped.
No, he doesn't even take a pitch.
Really?
So he
They just
he goes
walk?
no he goes right up to the plate, and he's like moving the dirt out of the way. He's standing in the batter's box, and Keibert Ruiz, the catcher from the Nationals, he was talking to his pitcher, and he comes back to the home plate, and he's talking to Profar, and he's, I guess, telling him that he didn't like what he saw the last game, and he taps him in the chest as he's walking up to him. He taps him on the chest, and he says that, and he puts his hand on his chest, and then puts his finger in his face and taps his chest again, and he's saying some sort of stuff, and Profar's just looking at him like, man, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And he just like shakes his head, like, just like looks off into space and stuff. Like, it really didn't want anything to do with it. Probably didn't want to freaking hit the guy because he didn't want to get thrown out of the game. So the scuffle breaks out. Keibert Ruiz is now heated. He like throws his mask on the ground and stuff like that. And they're guy from the Nationals is like backing him out. He's like, we need you for this game. He was like, we need you to win this game for us. Like, we can't get you thrown out.
Yeah.
So the very next time that he is up to the plate, Jerks and Profar, the first pitch that he now sees in the game, he gets hit. And it wasn't like he got beamed in the back. It was a low sinking fastball that kind of got away from him, hit the dirt, and before it hit the dirt, it hit his foot, hit like just above his ankle.
Okay.
So, but after that bench clearing incident, the inning before, the managers issued warnings on both benches and the pitcher. So the next time Profar got up, he gets hit. So the manager comes out and is livid. He's like, you literally warned them that the next time something would happen, he would be thrown. That's what a warning is. The next time something happens, he's thrown out. How is he not just tossed right now?
Yeah.
He's like, you literally, like, you're going against your precedent. How are you not, like, that's a basic rule of baseball. We've seen it all over the place.
Yeah.
We've seen it where the guy has hit him on accident, and he's still gotten thrown out, despite it blatantly being an accident.
Yeah.
Like, you could see, like, the spin comes out of his hand weird, and it tails, and it hits the guy on accident, and he's like, oh, shit. And then
he's
the guy
like, oh, fuck, I'm gone.
Yeah, like, and then the batter has nothing wrong with it because it was like a soft throw. It just got away from him. Like, when you're a professional baseball player, you probably understand whether or not a guy's hitting you or not.
And you can tell based off the way it feels when it hits you.
Right,
probably.
yeah. If it's like a changeup that slips out of his hand and hits you, and it hits you at like 60, 70 miles an hour, it's going to feel different than a fastball coming right at your hip.
Yeah.
So,
beaming you at 97.
Yeah, exactly. So he probably felt that it maybe wasn't probably saw that it was coming in low and saw that it hit him at like a certain angle, or felt that only hit him in a certain spot. So he really didn't have anything wrong with it. As far as I can remember, I didn't see his reaction in the footage, but it was weird because it's like we've seen it plenty of times where it's been the inverse, where the guy's gotten thrown out even though it was an accident, and this time this guy hit him, and even if it was an accident or not, he didn't get thrown out, but he should get thrown out no matter what, because you issued the warning. It's the same dude.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. I feel like that's something that's like that's a hockey thing. Usually baseball has been kind of consistent with the bullshit that's gone on. It's like usually like a umpire like Angel Hernandez. He would just always be terrible.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Or like umpires in baseball, they'll call something consistent. Like if there's an incident or something like that happens pretty commonly in baseball, it'll be called a certain way each time.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just, people get used to the game, and that's how it was called once, that's how it's going to be called from now on. Hockey has this thing where they'll call something, and it'll be a judgment call.
Yeah.
So, something will happen here, and it'll get called for a penalty, but something seemingly worse will happen down the road, maybe even to the same team or in a similar situation, and it won't get called for a penalty or maybe as worse.
Yeah.
Or as bad. And now we're starting to see that in baseball, bleeding over to baseball. Baseball was always consistently, it was pretty consistent with its presidents, and now it's starting to like not do that.
Yeah.
This is like one of the first instances we've seen. So I don't know. It was an interesting topic I'd like to bring up because it was like I'm pretty sure we've talked about it before on this show about incidents like that where pitchers are getting tossed for seemingly not doing much.
Yeah, we might have. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But football time. We'll end off with hockey.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the one that was like the most going on.
Yeah. The draft that just happened today with the MLB, but NFL. You want to talk about the disgrace? Let's
talk about the disgrace after we talk about the NCAA rivalries dying.
Okay. Yeah, so I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about so I heard on the radio, it was like in the crosstalk news updates and stuff like that, and they had said, the one dude had said that Michigan State was due to play Notre Dame in I think 2027 and 2028 in back-to-back years. You're going to play one time in South Bend and one time in Spartan Stadium. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't remember the last time Michigan State and Notre Dame played.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, so I was like, but I remember the last time Michigan and Notre Dame played. I think that was 3 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Well, 2 years, but next season it'll be 3 years. It'll be the third year, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So the fact that some of the a lot of these rivalries, I feel like Notre Dame used to be not a common opponent, but it would be once every year. Maybe not once every year, but once every other year, or something like that. It was a lot more commonplace to play them, and it's because a lot of that is just because Notre Dame doesn't want to join a conference.
Yeah,
that's completely the other issue, but
they were. I think it was a year or so back that there was traction that they were going to join the ACC or something like that.
Yeah, or the Big 12 or something. Yeah, but then the Big 12 pretty much doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, it's like the Big 6 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they wanted to join the Big 10 for the longest time, but I guess they didn't like how the Big 10 ran stuff. Yeah,
bro. We've talked about some of the biggest rivalries, obviously, or what we thought was the biggest rivalries.
Yeah, well, so that's another thing that I was thinking about. Was with NIL, not just NIL, but how polarized the divisions and stuff, how polarized the teams have been.
Yeah.
You have the really good teams, and then the teams that seemingly are never going to get there.
Yeah,
right.
There's a lot of teams, especially in Power 5, that are not going to do shit.
No, right, yeah, unless something magical happens where they get a coach who really knows what he remember the Titans situation.
Honestly, if you're not in the top 25 and damn near the top 15, you don't fucking matter.
No, yeah, you're right, yeah. If you're a school within the top 30, it's going to be hard for you to get in that contention.
Yeah.
Because
Now even though there are 12 teams going, it's still going to be difficult because like there's 25 teams, but each one of those teams is competitive.
Yeah.
So if you like, it's pretty much the same race.
Each one of those teams, if they were to face a non-ranked team, I would say 99 out of 100 times they would win.
Right, and you do have some like example. Like last year, there were a few upsets. I think did Texas get upset?
I don't remember, but yeah, like
somewhat. Yeah,
Alabama got upset too.
There, yeah, that too was.
But it's just like you damn well know this is going to be top 5, pretty much right now. Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State.
You're putting Michigan in the top 5?
I said in the past year.
Oh, okay.
This is in the past.
All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's not even let's not even
right now it's going to be rough. I'm hoping we make playoffs.
Keep going.
So,
let's not even get into that conversation.
Bama, Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, and then there's just a random team in there.
Like Texas, Penn State.
Yeah, like TCU that one time.
Oh, yeah.
Just randomly.
TCU. Clemson every now and then. Yeah. Usually it seems like Clemson has like 1 year to be really good and Clemson like another year where they don't know how to play football.
But outside of those, like, there's a good array of 5 to, I would say, 8 teams that are like constantly biting for it.
Yeah.
And then all the rest don't fucking matter.
No, yeah,
North Carolina was usually in the top 25. Like,
right.
They could have a stellar year.
Like Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Like usually, like they're a storied team, so like they can turn it on and get back up to the top.
Like,
but they haven't been
Tennessee,
successful recently.
Tennessee has been really good. They've been sneaking in there. Florida State,
USC, UCLA.
Even with Caleb Williams, they didn't do anything. So
no, but I mean, they were like competitive in the past few years and stuff like that. They almost made the top 4, or almost made the playoff. I think last year, not last year, but the year before last year.
Yeah, so
Oregon and Washington, you have like the Oregon's
that's
perennial.
what I'm saying. Like you get those teams that I'm not saying they're coming out of nowhere because they're still ranked, but those are like the edge teams that.
Keep going.
The edge teams that you're just like, oh, they're probably going to have a good season.
Yeah.
And then you have some out of fucking nowhere team like beyond left field, like Cincinnati.
Yeah.
That only happens once every like 20 years.
Right, yeah. I think the 1 year for the... I want to say it was the year that... Was it the year Joe Burrow won it? Or it could have been. It was a couple of years, but it was like the teams were so weird. It was like in the top 4, it was like Florida State, LSU, Minnesota, and Mississippi State. And it was like
this definitely wasn't recently.
That's why I don't think it was Joe Burrow's year. I want to say it was like maybe 2014, 15, something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it was when Michigan State was like good.
Oh,
yeah. So, I think they were, and then that was another one.
Let's move that back, 2010-ish.
Oh yeah, but like it was probably. I think they were even in it too. It was like a weird combination of teams. It was like Florida State, Michigan State, Mississippi State, and Minnesota or something like that. It was fucking weird.
Like Minnesota, for the most part, doesn't even matter right now.
As of right now, but that's what I was saying too. Because like especially with NIL, now I feel like those teams are getting more separated from the top. Because if you get a guy who's going to, like if he wants to play football and actually wants to win and go to the league, he's going to go to one of those good schools.
Yeah.
But now a lot of those good schools, or a lot of the smaller schools will just pay for those players. But the successful schools are going to have more money outright than those smaller schools are, so they're going to have more money to give out to these kids to reel in more recruits.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to see how it plays out maybe the first few years to see if teams do get more competitive or if the distance between the teams is larger.
Maybe some kids' like favorite school is Boise.
That's what I'm saying. That was another one. That was another year. It was like freaking Wake Forest, Boise State, USC, and like freaking Oklahoma.
Yeah.
1 year. It was
imagine,
crazy shit.
It's just this random 4-star. His favorite school is Boise for some reason. Maybe I doubt there's any 4-stars in Idaho, but who knows? Maybe he grew up in Boise.
Who was that? They had that one quarterback.
I don't know. You're not going to get that information out of me, dog.
No, wait, that was Cincinnati. I was thinking of Tanner Mordecai.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, just think about it. And then Boise is just like, hey, don't go to a Georgia. We'll give you money. Hey, even if Georgia gives more money, it's like, well, Boise's still giving money. It's my favorite school. Why not? You know? Like, that could happen, too. It's less likely, but, you know.
No, yeah, that is definitely one thing. And, like, and a lot of the coaches, too. Like, the coaches, if you bring in a coach, a lot of these schools will pay, like, these coaches are making millions of dollars a year.
Yeah.
So if your coach is making $5 million a year, are you really going to let the school dictate you what kids you bring into your program?
Yeah, no.
Especially if they give you full reign, like almost like Harbaugh got.
Yeah.
So, or like Prime.
Yeah.
So if you go in there and you're making all kinds of money, you might not be a Nick Saban type head coach where you're a legend, but you know you still know what you're doing and you can bring in your guys. And like if you don't fit that bill to what the coach is, like you have to almost kind of rely on this one guy to bring in cash for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really weird.
I mean, it was the same thing with like Travis Hunter, like because he decommitted from Florida State to go play for Prime at Jackson State.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So and then who was the one guy who switched? Like he said he was going to one place, and then left to go to another place.
There's multiple kids that did that.
No. Coach.
Oh, coach. Oh, no clue.
It was I think it was he had something with Notre Dame. It was the
oh yeah,
I can't remember his name.
Kelly?
There you go. Yeah, Brian Kelly.
He literally left Notre Dame to go to LSU.
Yeah, like stuff like that. It's like, so what if you were a kid? What if you were a recruit coming out of high school, and you wanted to go play for Notre Dame? You wanted to play for Brian Kelly. You met with Brian Kelly. You liked the way he treated you.
That's kind of what happened with Lincoln Riley too.
Right. Yeah. Maybe that's who I was thinking of. Either or, but the same thing. Like.
That's why a lot of people decommitted from Oklahoma to go to SC.
Yeah, and right. I think Jaden Daniels was one of them, wasn't he? Or did he? No, he transferred.
He transferred.
Yeah. But like
from Arizona.
Yeah. So that's another school. Basketball.
But
Arizona's
Caleb
been rough.
Williams was at Oklahoma, decommitted or transferred.
That's who I was. No, that's who I was thinking was Caleb Williams. That's what I was thinking. Because where did he ended up going to? Bama, right? Caleb Williams? Or no, it's Jaden Miller. No.
Oklahoma to SC with Lincoln Riley.
Caleb Williams, yeah.
You might be thinking of Spencer Rattler because he was at Oklahoma and then went to South Carolina.
Where did Jaden Daniels go? LSU?
Yeah. From Arizona.
Oh, okay. All right. I got it mixed up. I was thinking Jaden Daniels went from Oklahoma to LSU. I had like the two schools mixed up.
Oh.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels just went from Arizona to LSU.
Yeah. Do these guys' names are too similar? Like Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. Like I don't know why. It's been super complicated for me to remember the difference between those two guys and like the schools they go to and like the
one paints his nails, one doesn't.
Fuck.
One dresses in no, I'm not going to say one dresses in pink, one doesn't. I've never seen Jaden Daniels in real life.
Oh.
Actually, technically, I did see Jaden Daniels in real life.
I was going to say, yeah, because they play here at Michigan?
No. Yeah, he at the draft.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't think Jaden Daniels played in Michigan.
No, he played against Michigan.
Oh,
yeah.
No clue. Yeah, that's outside of my wheelhouse.
But yeah, and but like a lot of the things with the rivalry specifically too, like to go back to where the topic, the rivalry specifically.
I would assume a lot of the smaller rivalries would die.
Well, not just like the small rivalries, some of the bigger ones too. I mean, think about Washington and Washington State.
Yeah,
that one's gone now. Oregon State, that one's out. Penn and Pitt. Georgia and Georgia Tech. Now that Georgia's become like this super powerhouse, Georgia Tech. I mean, we saw last year Georgia Tech almost beating them, but it's not going to be something where the Yellow Jackets are in contention for the SEC.
Yeah,
like it's just not. It's not how it was. Florida and Florida State.
Yeah, But there are some that are still forever going to live on.
The
game will forever live on.
Michigan State, USC, UCLA. Now that they both moved from the
Georgia,
Big 12,
Alabama
Pac-12.
is always going to be
Georgia, Bama. Any of those big ones like the Iron Bowl, Auburn and Bama, Oklahoma, Texas. Like those ones are going to be
technically the Red River rivalry. Oklahoma, Texas. That's what
I just said. I literally said that 5 seconds before you did.
Fuck. Fuck. God damn it! No, I thought you said Iron Bowl.
And then I said Texas, Oklahoma. We have it on tape.
Do we? Do we? Are you sure? I can delete this right now.
Yeah, end stream. What's
Turns out we're not doing this anymore. Sorry guys.
USC versus USC. UNC and North Carolina and South Carolina.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gamecocks versus.
I was going to say just say Cox and
Tar
I
Heels.
get it.
Oh yeah. That's another one. Tennessee and Knoxville, or Tennessee and Kentucky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My friend plays at Upper Iowa. It's in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, Iowa. It's the only. It's the only D2 in Iowa.
Oh, okay.
And they have a shirt that says Cock Power on it.
Are they the Gamecocks?
They are a peacock. But it says Cock Power.
Jesus Christ. That's fucking amazing.
So when I called Dion, I'm like, "How's that Cock Power doing?"
Yeah, I think USC sold a shirt. I'm pretty sure. I feel like I remember this, where it said, "Let's go Cox."
Well, yeah,
because they're that's one of their nicknames is Gamecocks, the Cox.
Yeah, when I went on a visit to Upper Iowa, just seeing this 80-year-old man say and yell out, "Cock Power! Let's go!
Cock Power!" Oh my God.
You're 80.
YouTube is not going to like this one.
It's okay. It's Peacocks.
Yeah, Peacock. We're advertising the NFL, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. She's Serge Porter. Let's talk about the atrocity that happened.
Oh my God, we even got to that yet.
Yeah, I know. We're going to get to it. We're going to make it short and we're going to make it quick.
This is crazy. We should leave the joke out of it that I wrote in the group chat.
What group chat?
The Japanese, they cooked us.
Oh, that group chat.
Yeah, I was like, how did we let this happen, guys? What did we do here?
Yeah, definitely not say that on YouTube. That would get us banned.
It would get us flagged. It's not
so the USA football team that has had some very famous alumni.
Todd Gurley.
Jordan Poyer.
Justin Herbert.
Exactly.
Mac Jones.
Exactly.
Yeah. And just recently.
Team
I think the Bosa brothers. Keep going.
Team USA. This is our game, folks.
American football.
Lost to Japan's football team.
See, I was fine with it when America lost to Japan in the WBC in baseball.
Yeah.
Because that was a good game. There were a lot of Major League Baseball players in Japan.
But here's the difference. It wasn't like, it was a nail-biter.
No.
We got smacked. We lost by 3 scores.
And at one point was 21-0.
Exactly. Bro, this is our game.
It's our game. Yeah, like I said, baseball is different. That's a global sport. Lots of Major League Baseball players in Japan.
Made it global, but we're the originators of this fucking
There were
thing.
only 12 ever NFL players to come from Japan. 12. And we let them beat us. Bro. Not a professional team, a U20 team beat our U20 guys. We don't have a freaking college squad that we can put together to beat a U20 Japanese team.
Bro. And so, apparently, they were talking about, the Japanese team has been together for 5 years, consistently practicing, consistently doing whatever.
I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit either. I was like, that's not a good excuse. You have a week to prepare, bro. You know how to play football.
No, yeah. Think about the bad boy Pistons with the Lakers. We were one of the only ones to beat Kareem and Magic.
You don't need to be a team for 5 years to know how to play football for a week. Like, come on.
Right, yeah.
It's literally Monday. You're not doing it. It's literally Tuesday through Friday. Tuesday through Thursday, you're doing the hardest practices.
Yeah.
No, usually Tuesday and Wednesday are your hard practices. Thursday is like a walkthrough day. Depending on your coach's philosophy, Thursday might be a fast day or a walkthrough day, and then Friday might be the fast or walkthrough day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, how the fuck do you mess this up, America?
Let's also not forget that the game took place on a Wednesday.
Oh, it took place on... Even
what
then!
What are we doing? Like, and
I'm disappointed in the American people.
Dude, like, it's not... Like, with the Miracle on Ice, we did, like, the extreme version of this.
Yeah.
Right? Where it was like, you took a bunch of college kids who didn't know each other, really didn't even get along in the beginning, put them up against the greatest hockey team arguably ever assembled on ice.
Yeah.
And you beat them somehow. This is like... This should be... Pictures of this should be put on Japanese football locker room, in the Japanese football locker room.
Yeah.
They'll probably remember this for the rest of their lives.
Yes.
Because, like, who do we have playing in this? Was it, like, a bunch of, like, recruits that were, like, just getting, like, workout or something?
I'm going to show you a picture of a guy that I saw.
Hold on, wait. I'm going to look up the roster, too. Let's see if there's any names that we recognize on this roster. Give me 1 second. This is insane, though. And I want to say, where was it? It was in Commonwealth Stadium. Wherever that is.
What?
It was said it took place in Commonwealth Stadium.
Oh, okay. So they were in America. Gotcha.
Yeah, they were. I think that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is in Matthew. What? Oh, it's a... Wait a second. Okay. 2024 team selection process. So, it says there's a digital combine. It says, submit your information, measurables, and highlights to the GMTM digital combine. So, do they have, like...
Yeah, I'm looking at...
National Team Development Program for athletes and parents. Announces roster.
I wish they had a... They let a... Oh, wait. Is this by age?
What do you mean?
Okay, it is by age. Okay.
Yeah. There's a 16-year-old playing. Cameron Jackson of Phoenix, Arizona. Michael Gow of Belleville, Nebraska.
Okay, either way.
This is it? Wait. How many players on this team?
Not a lot, it doesn't seem like.
So Dude, what are we doing? We're not even filling out a full roster.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is it 7 on 7?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Sean Leota,
25, 26,
general manager. That sounds familiar.
27,
Mike Kelly.
34. They only have 34.
Dude, what are we doing? That's barely enough to put 2 full squads on either side of the ball. That's not even enough. You need 44. You need 44. 11 and 11, so that's 22. And then another set of guys, that's 44.
Oh, yeah, that's
true. So you don't
for
even enough for a full for a special teams? Bro, what are we doing?
Bro, I'm disappointed. Like I said, it's terrible that this happened. I want to boycott
Dude, it sucks. Like, I don't understand.
I wish you never texted me that. I wish I never knew that this happened.
Dude, you should have seen my surprise when it came up on my feed on Instagram. I was, like, I saw it, and I was like, were we playing, like, did someone get injured? Or was, like, is there, like, a really good, like, Japanese prospect that I don't know of or something like that? Like, what's going on?
No, it's just...
No, we just got our asses kicked.
Yeah.
What? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Either way.
Unbelievable.
We're going to move on.
Yeah. I don't even want to talk.
We're going to hockey because we're on a time crunch today.
And we actually can talk about some good news.
Yeah.
So...
I was right. Panthers won.
The Panthers won, but you were also perhaps right about something else. So, when you had talked about when Mike was on the podcast the last time, you had said that there was someone who had gone to your gym that they had told you about, and you couldn't remember the name.
My trainer was training him, so he was trying to convince him to come to Detroit, but I forget the guy's name.
So I was naming off free agents in the free agent pool to
we're talking about Stamkos.
Right, Steven Stamkos. Jesus Christ, man. Come on, let me finish.
No!
but yeah, so Steven Stamkos, he denied a extension with the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh, really?
And he said, apparently, you don't know where this came from. I saw it someplace. Remember hearing it. I think
this is the internet, folks.
I think I was watching McAfee, or I was watching some kind of podcast that Stamkos has reportedly wanted to come back and play under Yzerman.
Okay.
And Kane has been reported saying that if Stamkos goes there, it makes Detroit sound more enticing to return. So, if all goes well, Tampa Bay offered Stamkos a $3 million deal, and he refused it.
$3 million?
$3 million, I think.
Isn't that really, like, low?
It is really low, but I think on his last deal, he took a pay cut, and I think he was making only like $6 on his last one. I could be wrong, though. I can't remember. Yeah, I remember he took a discount in order for them to, like, get more players there, for them to sign more players for them to be better.
Didn't work.
It definitely did.
Oh, that's when they won?
Yeah, they won, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so
it definitely worked.
Yeah, his contract ended at the end of last year, I'm pretty sure. And, but yeah, I mean, I'd love to see him come here. I had told Mike, I was talking to Mike, I was like, if you would have told me that in 2012 or in 2011 or something like that in 12, 13 years, Patrick Kane and Steven Stamkos would be linked to Detroit, I'd call you crazy. Like, I would never believe it. If someone would show me, like, that me back then, a picture of, like, Stamkos and Kane in a Red Wing jersey on the ice together, I'd lose my mind. Like, my brain would explode.
Yeah, fever dream.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, yes, fever dream. Like, literally, like, my fantasy hockey teams from back in, like, NHL 12. And, like, unbelievable stuff. And there are other free agents, not just those guys who are linked to us. Andrew Gibson, John Gibson was linked here. Who else? Still, Jake Gensel rumored to be talked to. Jacob Chikrin, Matt Waugh, and Jonathan Marchessault as well. So there are a few other. I like to see Marchessault come here. He's a Stanley Cup champion. I like to see Gensel come here. He's a little bit. I think he's like 28 only. He's pretty good. Matt Waugh, he's really good. He's from Detroit. Jacob Chikrin, I think he's pretty tall. He's like 6'5". He's pretty good. He's a good defenseman. What I want, and then Jacob Trouba. Actually, I just saw it right before we recorded. Jacob Trouba is rumored to be coming to Detroit. He's a defenseman captain for the New York Rangers. Big physical hitting defenseman. Like, he can throw his weight around. He's like 6'5", 6'6". He went to Michigan, the University of Michigan. I think he's from Rochester. So he's from here. Yeah, so he's...
Oh, I love Rochester. I'm sorry, that's unrelated. No, if you ever been to Rochester, you live good.
I don't know if I have. I probably...
Rochester Hills is really nice.
I probably... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I definitely have.
But Rochester Hills are separate.
They are, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. So maybe I have...
Auburn and Auburn Hills is separate.
Well, yeah, but yeah, that's different though. Because Auburn, there is an Auburn, Michigan, but it's up like north, and then there's Auburn Hills, which is like here.
Yeah, I know.
But around here though, there's Rochester and Rochester Hills.
Yeah,
so they're pretty close, and it's two different things. But anyways,
But yeah, he's from here, and he's rumored to be coming back. So I was like, that'd be really cool if he could
It's
do that.
just weird going into my gym and sometimes I see a professional athlete.
No, yeah, it's like, oh my gosh.
Or like Derek Moore. Like when I saw Derek Moore at my.
I wonder if any baseball players do it.
I haven't seen too many jerseys on the wall, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Come on, hockey boy.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about
Hochi. So Red Wings drafted Michael Branson Nygaard.
What the fuck?
Yep. He's a Norwegian hockey player who's playing in Sweden right now. So he's the first player to be drafted drafted in the first round, being born in Norway. He was born in Oslo, Norway. The only other Norwegian hockey player that I can think of off the top of my head is Max Zuccarello.
You fucking encyclopedia bitch.
He's the only. He played for Norway. He played for the New York Rangers. He's really short. I think he currently plays for the Minnesota Wild. But he's the only other Norwegian hockey player that I can really think of. But yeah, it's pretty cool. There was the Red Wings were rumored to be on the fence between either him or this other guy, who his name was Cole Iserman.
Huh.
But it was spelled differently. It was spelled Eiserman. So it was a little bit different.
So it doesn't look the same on taxes. I like how smart they were.
No, yeah. But the thing with him is he's already here in Michigan. He plays for the university, or for the U.S. National Development Team in Plymouth.
Oh.
So he's already pretty much in
No
Michigan.
wonder so many professional football players, or not football players, no wonder a lot of hockey players go to my gym. My gym is in Plymouth.
Oh, yeah. Well, right, exactly. So, like Jacob, you said Matt Waugh and Michael McCarron were there.
Yeah.
Those are two guys from Detroit. They probably both played for the National Development Team at some point, or played college hockey.
Oh, no shit. No
Yeah,
wonder
so-
I've seen all those guys.
Yes. So, yeah, they, Stamkos is Canadian, though. But, Canadian. But on top of him being drafted, lots of rumors. We traded away. So we made a bonehead trade. I have no idea why Eisman did this, but he seemed to be happy at the draft. So I don't know. But Eisman traded away defenseman Jake Wallman and a 2024 second round pick, this year's second round pick, to San Jose in exchange for future considerations.
So we got nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing back. And then we traded away Andrew Gibson to Nashville in exchange for a replacement second and Jesse Kiskinen.
Are you happy with that?
I mean, he's supposedly a goal-scoring forward, but what we freaking really need more of is Swedish forwards who don't pan out in the NHL. Because so far we've had, I feel like the Red Wings have had so many forwards who we've drafted and have stayed in the minor leagues, never broken that seal to come up to the NHL. Like Taro Hirose, he was on Michigan State, got drafted to the Red Wings, and he got called up a couple of years ago for a couple stints, but just never really panned out in the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's 26 or something like that, and he's still in the minor leagues.
Mm.
Or Jared McIsaac. Jared McIsaac was a guy we traded away last year, actually, because he was perennially in the minor leagues. He would never make that jump from the NHL to the or from the AHL to the NHL. So there's lots of guys who we've drafted who haven't really made that jump. But I will say, though, the recent picks that we've had that Iserman has picked, like Raymond, like Veleno, I don't think Iserman picked him, but Philip Zadina. Who else? Marco Kasper, Carter Mazer. Our forwards we drafted now, who are coming up now, are soaring up through the minor leagues.
Yeah.
So it's a really good sign that a lot of those forwards that we used to draft that wouldn't make that's now changing, that the forwards will make it and come to the NHL. Because we've already seen defensemen come up. Wallman, I think, he was traded, we got him from St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
But who was the one guy? Gustav Lidstrom. Gustav Lidstrom was drafted by us. He came up. He was a depth defenseman. We traded him away. I think he was on Winnipeg or something like that. I can't remember. San Jose, I think. And he did pretty good. He's now in their NHL squad.
but he's not like a star defenseman or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then Moritz Seider is obviously the biggest example of that. Calder Trophy winner, top defenseman on the Red Wings right now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think that a couple of years ago, when Seider was coming up, our best defenseman was Nick Leddy or Danny DeKeyser. And now our best defenseman is either Moritz Seider or Shane Gostisbehere, now that Wallman's gone. And but you're bringing up guys like Simon Edmondson, who's probably going to be his defensive partner. So you're going to have hopefully a really good top pairing in that Edmondson-Seider combination. And you bring in Matt Waugh. I think he's right-handed, and you have him play on the right side of Shane Gostisbehere. That's your second pairing. And then you have Albert Johansson, who's a young guy. He can come up. You could slot him in somewhere. And then your bottom pair will be maybe Mata and Sherratt, Mata and Petrie, if you want to keep those guys around. If you want to bring someone else in, if you want to bring in Chikrin, you bring in Chikrin. You drop, maybe you put him next to Gostisbehere, and you put Mata and Johansson together or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's looking good. There's lots of options that we have. There's a couple goaltenders who've been linked to us. There was Jacob Markstrom, who the Red Wings were interested in getting. I think he went to Ottawa. Or no, I think he went to... I can't remember where he went. But then Linus Ullmark came from Boston, and he went to Ottawa. That was who I really wanted the Red Wings to get. Really, super friendly dude with the fans and stuff like that. Great locker room guy, apparently. A big dude, big goaltender who can take up lots of space in the net, and just a really good goaltender in general. So, would have been great for the locker room. Great as a good backstop to help with the younger defensemen we have. So, I think it would have been cool. But now we have the one guy who's linked to us is Michigan native and defending Vezina Trophy winner Connor Hellebuck, who's been consistently the best best goalie in the league for a few years now. Yeah, so things are looking up for the Red Wings.
I want to say this now. How crazy would it be for the Lions Super Bowl and Stanley Cup winner Red Wings?
Dude. I mean, I don't know if we're going to Stanley Cup winner, but, I mean, who knows? I definitely think that the Red Wings are going to take a step this next year, though. I mean, you have to. We haven't brought anyone in yet. We haven't signed anybody. We haven't. I don't know. I hope that Eisman takes a step. I hope that there's someone who comes here. Yeah. It seems like that's what the Wallman deal was clearing cap, because I think Wallman makes $2.5 million or something like that, and that now gives us just north of $27 million. I think we have $27.5 million to spend. But Raymond's going to get an extension and Seider are going to get an extension. Yeah. So that's if they both make $6.5 to $8.5 million apiece. There's 16 that leaves you with about $11 to $10 million of cap space left. Yeah. But that gives you just enough to go out and get a guy like Mitch Marner. Yeah. Or to go out and get a guy like Leon Draisaitl, who's another one who was linked to us, because Oilers are rumored to be moving on from him. Because they said they didn't want him to get to free agency next year, because his contract's up at the end of next year.
Hockey has been crazy.
Dude, it really has.
When it's the off-season, it's crazy.
It really is.
So,
but yeah, Draisaitl rumored here, because Oilers want to move on from him before he reaches free agency at the end of next year. So they want to either trade him now, before he gets into that contract talk and gets into the next season talks with other teams, where he wants to find out somewhere where he wants to go at the end of that season. So they want to try to maybe do damage control and get trade his contract away, so they don't have to make a move on him right away, and then bring in somebody else. Maybe bring in a guy like Jake Gensel. So maybe you get some of the same production, but at less value or less cap space and stuff. Yeah. So it makes sense for Oilers to do that.
Yeah. So we haven't talked about this. I think we're just going to do sports for today.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to get into the everything part.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we're not going to have a sports pod next week. We're going to have the everything.
Yeah, we're going to have the everything section.
Where it's just us with the guys. We haven't figured out all the logistics yet, but
yeah, there will not be a live show next week. I will be out of town. So we're gonna pre-record the episode for next week and post it. So
sometime next week.
Yeah, sometime next week. We'll put it on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
But as of right now, the schedule has been Wednesdays and Saturdays for streams, but that won't be the case for next week.
Yeah. Or this week. We didn't stream on Wednesday.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, yeah, because we knew we wanted to space it out. It would have been a lot to do 3 podcasts this week.
Yeah.
Because that's what we would have ended up having to do. Having to do.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Time
Thank you for watching
okay.
episode 17.
Yes, thank you for watching.
Follow, like, subscribe.
Stay tuned for more.
Kisses. Kisses.